Hey, Morris Hills. It's Ms. Rivera-Carney from the School Counseling Office, here with our first junior college planning video, part one, what colleges look for. First, we want to tell you we miss you. The counselors and I discussed preparing a short series of videos to help our juniors with their college planning. Just to share a few things you could think about in preparing to apply for colleges in the fall. However, we will be scheduling junior college planning meetings virtually beginning after Memorial Day on May 26th. So look out for your emails from your school counselor. So part one, what colleges are looking for? They're looking for your academic record. They're looking for your school and community involvement. They're going to look for your standardized test scores. They're going to look for essay and writing samples. And they're going to look at and for demonstrate an interest. Let's dig in. Academic record. So pretty much your academic record is all about your high school transcript, which lists all your classes since freshman year, curriculum of study, whether you took a college prep, will show a CP, H for honors, or AP for advanced placement in classes. They'll look at all the final grades in those classes. They'll look at the academic year GPAs. That mean at the end of your freshman year, what GPA did you earn, sophomore year, and of course, right now you're in your junior year, which will be your final GPA listed when you apply for colleges in the fall. If you haven't already reviewed your transcript, that would be the best place to start. Colleges will be reviewing this document really closely. On the screen, you'll see a little sample. It's very tiny. But you can email your school counselor, or at your school counseling junior college planning meeting, they can send one to you as well. School and community involvement. So how do colleges look at this information? This will definitely be an area in the college application for you to list all the activities. And right now you can start working on this by creating your student resume, or some people may call it an activity sheet. So here on the screen, you will see a sample, John Smith. It lists all the activities you've completed since freshman year, in and out of school, including clubs, sports, volunteering, awards, whether it's academic awards or athletic awards. On this sample resume, he has personal interests, employment, community service. Standardized test scores. So we know many of our juniors do not take their SATs yet and are very, very anxious and worried. And we will continue to keep you up to date, but recommend you bookmark this page on this PowerPoint, this presentation. It's not PowerPoint, it's a Google slide showing my age. And you should be getting our emails, our e-bulletins. We'll be posting this in our junior class Google Classroom. But they will look at standardized test scores when it's time, which may include for your class your PSATs. SATs when you take them, SATs 2s or subject tests, ACTs, and of course your APs if you have AP exams. Now, an important note is that you don't need to wait to take the SATs or the ACTs to apply to colleges in the fall. In fact, many colleges may have changed their college testing requirements. So some schools are test optional. Some schools will ask for other things in lieu of standardized test scores, especially due to the pandemic and all the issues that we've had. The essay. Actually, this is kind of my favorite part because this is the only part of the college application that allows you to separate yourself or really stand apart. It's part of the college application. Some schools have more than one. It's your chance to show schools who you are, what sets you apart from the other students, why should they accept you. Tell your story. Your class has a really big story considering you're finishing your junior year during the pandemic of COVID. It has to be well written. Must be well written. You can start working on your story now. What are you thinking about? What's going on? How are you getting through? And if you haven't, talk about that. What's the struggle like? You definitely have your own individual stories because we all have this story. At the end, it must be proofread by at least 2 people or more. Recommendations. So you need at least 2 letters of recommendation. The most selective schools may require more. Your school counselor will also prepare a letter of recommendation for you. We recommend asking a teacher that knows you best or in an area of study you're pursuing or you're interested in pursuing or you're just interested in. You can start asking your teachers in May. Wait until you meet with your school counselor. We'll be meeting again the last week of May, starting May 26th, and we'll give you some tips at that time. Demonstrate an interest. Now, this is definitely an area a lot of kids don't know about, but this is the degree you show interest in a school. So colleges actually keep track of every interaction you have with them. It's their subtle tool to target students. And how you can show demonstrated interest now is by registering for virtual college tours, virtual college fairs, there's webinars, there's informational sessions. Email the college rep, go on the college website. All that is tracked with your digital footprint, pretty much, your email address. So those are things you can do now, all right? And they will literally write down your email and track that email every time it uses it in their systems. So let's review these 5 steps, 5 areas colleges look for. 1, again, academic record, which is pretty much your high school transcript. 2, school and community involvement, which is your student resume or activity sheet. 3, standardized test scores, which is your college testing scores, if they need them, just caveat there. 4, essay or writing sample, should be as unique as you are and must be well written. And 5, demonstrated interest, which is schools will look at your history of interests. So these are the 5 things. This is the end of our video. I'd like to end each video with a quote. And I saw this quote and I thought this definitely can, we can all identify with this. All progress takes place outside your comfort zone, and we're very uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable doing this video. I'm uncomfortable being at home. I'm uncomfortable not having my students in front of me to help them. But we will make it through, and we're going to do everything we can on our end. Look out for part 2, and remember, check your emails. The 4th quarter isn't over yet. So thanks. Any questions, email your school counselor. Be well, Morris Hills.